channel. I'm Rachel, the owner and creator here at the Eclectic Cottage in Spokane, Washington. Today's Tuesday, and for today's video, as you can probably tell by the table behind me, I have a thrift haul for you guys. This is kind of the culmination of about a week and a half's worth of gathering stuff. So there are a few items that I got, not this past weekend, but the weekend before, during vintage market days while I was waiting to go to work at our booth. Jamie and I went out and hit a few estate sales, so there's a few items from that. There's a couple items from the auction last weekend. There's also some stuff we got this weekend at the bins and also at one of the Goodwill retail locations. So quite a bit of variety of stuff that we found. I did have one item though that I found that I absolutely can't wait to show you guys. I'm going to save it for last. Definitely my favorite of the finds from the past 10 days or so. Anyway, so without further ado, I'm going to get started on the stuff. So this little guy we found in the bins. It's got a little pillow, but it's got a pot. So I'm thinking this would be super cute with like a little succulent or a little plant in it. You don't have to necessarily use the pillow if you don't want. But anyway, it was in the bins. I'm not sure how much I would have paid for it. Not very much because it's very light. So I got that. This was another bins item. Cute little Christmas thing, little sleigh. I will definitely be repainting this with something a little bit more my style, but I thought it was cute, good bone, so I grabbed that. And then I found this at the bins as well. It's just a random piece of wood. It's got the backing. I thought this would make a really pretty sign, maybe some decoupage paper, and then something over it. We'll see what I end up doing with it. But I thought since it was at the bins, it's really inexpensive and it's a good starting point for some sort of project. So I grabbed that too. And then I got this little iron basket at the bins. I just thought that was cute. I'll put it out with something in it in one of my vignettes. And then I found this little basket as well. It's in pretty good shape. It's got a little bit of a break right here, but nothing too major. And I'm always on the lookout for baskets to just stuff other things in my vignettes. So I grabbed that too. And I was on the lookout for hardback books. I have a project in mind that I want to do for Halloween. I'm actually thinking of having a little make and take type class here at the cottage to do these, but they're spell books and I need hardback books to create them. So I grabbed some. This one is a textbook called Elements of Agriculture. There's this one, The Story of an Untold Love. I mainly, like I said, I got these because they're old and they've got kind of that nice patina on the pages and they'll make a good base for what I want to do. I will go through though and Google Lens all these and make sure they're not worth anything before I go defacing them. So this one's Harvard Classics, some sort of textbook again. This one's newer. It's the Grimm's Complete Fairy Tales, which is kind of cool, but it's definitely a newer book. And then The Adventures of Tom Sawyer. This is a Reader's Digest, so I don't know if I'm going to be defacing this one. We'll see. And then this one is called The Affair. Again, just a pretty cover, and then I liked the kind of worn look to the pages, which is kind of neat. A pre-trial textbook, so definitely kind of boring, not too worried about painting the front of this one. These two I got just because I like having gardening books available. This one's called Common Weeds of the United States. I got this one because, put this one back down. In all honesty, this one I might tear apart because look at all the cool black and white. I mean, there's just tons of pretty black and white pictures in this that would make great backdrops for in little frames and whatnot. Even though they're weeds, they're still pretty. So we'll see what I do with this one. And then this one is the Treasury of Gardening. It's a nice big thick book. It's got gold around the edges. I thought was kind of neat. So I will Google Lens this and see what it's worth, and chances are this one will just go for sale here in the cottage as is. So, and then the last book, you guys, I saw this in one of the bins, and nobody was picking it. And I went over and looked at it, and it's huge, heavy. It was old and leather bound. At some point, it was probably beautiful, but I just couldn't leave it there. I don't even really know why I bought it. It weighs like 40 pounds. It's a dictionary. And so it has got all these little bitty words in here. And it's just huge. And it's so old and patinaed and kind of falling apart. But I used to love dictionaries. When I was a girl, I'd go in the library and I would just read through the dictionary. And I just thought this was so cool. Like I said, it's old and leather bound. It used to have gold writing on the front or on the binding. But anyway, I don't know what I'm going to do with it, honestly. But I couldn't leave it behind, so I brought it home. Ooh. So that was all the books we found at the bins. And then I'm pretty sure, we found this cute little lace doily at the bins that I thought was just pretty. I like having these for underneath things. This kind of has like a little triangle shape to it, which is interesting. So I grabbed that. And then this is like a jewelry holder. And it's pretty. I just don't know that I'm gonna actually use it as a jewelry holder. Mainly I got it because it has these two cool rungs on it that I thought were neat, that I could probably use for something. I kind of like the box, but it has this big base divider thing in it. So I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I do have jewelry here in the shop that I could potentially use this for. It looks like it was someplace on clearance for $12 at one point, but anyway, I just thought it was kind of neat, and if nothing else, like I said, I'll just take it apart and use these rungs for something. So if you guys have ideas on what I could do with the other pieces, let me know. Okay, so this I found at a garage sale, an estate sale actually. Everything was half off, and this was $2. I'm not absolutely positive that this works, but I thought another great opportunity for some fun decor, maybe some decoupage paper or some transfers or something. And some of the some of the numbers are missing, but I'm thinking I could probably finagle some kind of a clock face and then just have this work. I don't know what I'm going to do with this yet, but I thought it was kind of cool for $2. Something fun to mess around with and figure out something to do. This was at one of the estate sales. This was also at that same, actually, as the clock, and it was half off, so it was $2.50. Just a cute old tea kettle. The only thing wrong with this is that it's missing the little brass knobby thing that is supposed to hold the handle on the one side. I don't know what I'm going to do to fix that, but hopefully I can come up with something. But I just thought it was pretty and just vintage, and so I had to have it, so I brought it home. And then at that same estate sale, I found these two salt and pepper shakers. The tops are a little bent, but I looked them up and they're worth a little bit of money, not a lot, but I thought they were pretty. So I'm going to clean them up as best I can and then put them out in the shop. So I grabbed those. And this set as well, this I just thought, again, just cute, kind of pretty, just blue glass with the silver tops, and these were $2.50 for the set. And these little bowls, they each have a spoon that came with them, and they were $1 a piece. Just love the blue and white pattern to these. So I got both of those. And then the last thing at that particular estate sale was this teapot, and this was $2.50. It's in great shape. Love the pattern to it. It's just really, really pretty. I never even checked to see. Oh, it's from Pier 1, so it was probably a pretty penny at one point, but again, I just like the color of it, and there's nothing wrong with it, so I will put this out in the shop as well. And then, let's see, we went to another estate sale down the street. There were a bunch going on, you guys. It was crazy. And I picked up this little silver teapot. Now this is a U.S. Navy teapot, so it's got the thing on the bottom, which is kind of neat. And it's just pretty. It's very, very heavy, and I think I paid $7 for it. So I was excited to get that. I love the patina on it. And I got this little lamp. And I don't know if it works, but we'll see. I'm hoping it does. I just thought it was cute. I love the little wood base with the little legs. Probably will paint that. And then this little portion as well. I don't know what I'm going to do yet as far as the shade goes, but I just thought it was a cute little base, and I think I paid $5 for it. So just something kind of fun and funky. Then, let's see. At the bins, I found this little clock. Again, I'm not positive that this works, but it has such good bones, and with a paint job, it could be really, really pretty. The back opens up, and you've got the little guts inside. So hopefully, once I put some batteries in it, it'll be okay. We'll see. But I've got mechanics for these, so worst case, I might have to replace them. But anyway, so I thought that was cute. And then, let's see, at the retail part of the Goodwill, we picked up this. It's a hammock. It was $7.99. I don't really know if it's all there. I don't know if it's got any holes at this point, but my husband found it and he wanted to just see. And so for $8, we're kind of taking a gamble, and we'll see what it looks like when we get it set up. So we're going to take that one home. And then I got these two pretty things at the auction. I think I paid $7 for the set of them. They're gorgeous. They're absolutely fantastic. I missed the sale at can't talk today. The Vintage Market Day sale. I got these while I was already set up there. So these will have to just go out in the cottage, and then at some point, if we do that sale again, I will take them and put them in it. But I just thought they were so pretty. All the lovely detail on the little stand and everything. So I was excited to get these. These we picked up while we were at the retail store in Airway Heights at the Goodwill, and they were yellow tags, so they were half off. So they were originally $4 each, so I paid $2 each for them, which is a great price anymore for pillar holders. And these are wood, which is nice. They will probably get a paint job and then put out in the cottage. So I always like to pick up pillar holders when I can find them, especially if they're wood and especially if they're a good price. So I was excited to get these two. Alrighty, and then this basket we found at the same Goodwill in Airway Heights. This was only $5. It's a nice, sturdy metal basket. I don't think I'm really going to do anything to this. This will be great for just putting like maybe a pillow and a blanket in and just having it in a display. So I was just excited to get this. Metal sells really well for me at the Garden Expo too. So worst case, if I still have this come May, I will take it to the Garden Expo. And let's see. Okay, so I saw this in one of the bins. I took it up and I asked the gal if I had to pay for the weight because it is kind of heavy. And she says, how about $3.95? And I said, fine. It is a mess. It had a leather top on it. The leather is so worn, it's just coming apart. You can see it's like got the old horsehair straw filling in it. It's ancient. It's in pretty decent shape. I looked at it. This leg's a little bit cracked, but for its age, I mean, honestly, it's pretty darn sturdy. I mean, my husband sat on it while we were at the bins while he was waiting for me, and it held him up just fine. But I thought, what a kind of cool architectural piece. I might paint it a fun, funky color and put some fun, funky fabric on it and just make it a cute little accent piece for like your patio or something. So we'll see what I come up with for that. But I just had to rescue it, so I put it in my cart. And then I got this mirror. This one came from the auction. This I got for $5. It's a nice, heavy, sturdy mirror. It hangs this way, but again, it's nice and sturdy. For $5, I figured I'd probably just repaint it it's got a bunch of chips in it in places. So it needs a little bit of work, but it's cool. And so yeah, I'll fix it up. Mirrors always scare me trying to put them down. And then I've got some things on the floor. So this was also at one of the estate sales over in Coeur d'Alene. This is just a little lunch pail metal. I did one of these a while back that I painted and it sold almost immediately. So I'm going to do the same kind of thing with this. It was funny because Jamie and I were walking down the street. There were like 3 estate sales and we walked past this one and it was 2 guys and they had their garage open and basically all tools. But I thought, you know, I'll look and see if they have a lunch pail. And I asked the guy if he had any and he's like, you know, I think I've got one down in the basement. So he ran down and found this and he's like, here it is. And I asked him how much he wanted for it and he only charged me $5. So I grabbed it and brought it home because again, I'm gonna paint it and make it cute and probably put some flowers on it, and somebody can use it maybe in their craft room to store some cool crafty stuff or whatever, but it'll be cute. So I grabbed that. Then a couple more bins items. I got this frame at the bins. I really need to get some backing so I can actually fill some of these frames. I've got all that cool decoupage paper I just got in, and it'd be fun to do up some of these frames with some of that. So, but anyway, it's really light, so I hardly paid anything for it. And so I was excited to find it, and it's in good shape. There were a couple others there that were pretty broken. Things kind of get tortured when they go in those bins. And then at the bins, I also found this wreath. This is a good one. It's got the nice stiff greenery. It's got good pine cones that are not chipped and falling apart. So this will be a great base for something cool, or I might just sell it as is. Some of my customers just really like having these nice, you know, just kind of mellow wreaths for their houses. So we'll see what I do. Anyway. And then I got a piece of art while we were at the retail Goodwill. I think I paid, what did I pay for this? This was $7.99. I just like it. I thought it was really, really pretty. The frame definitely needs a little bit of a redo. It's very matte. I don't know that it looks like almost somebody painted it with like a chalk-based paint and then didn't put a sealer on it. So it's got a lot of little marks and things on it. So, but it's wood, and I thought it was just, like I said, a cute painting. So I will refinish this with a different color and put it out in the shop. So I was excited to get that for $8. And then that's it, except for my 2 favorite things that I found. So this I found at the retail Goodwill. This is so, so cute, and this will sell really fast out in the nursery, you guys. Holds a pot or a planter or whatever. It was on sale for $6, so I had to have this. It's so cute and shabby chic. Just a really good little piece of metal art. And then my most favorite thing, the whole day that we found, made me giggle. My husband actually came from another part of the store to see what I was laughing about. But this frog, you guys, and he's heavy, he's big. I barely fit him in my cart. He was only $7.99, and I just love him. I think he's the cutest thing. He's got little bug eyes. He's very rusty and crusty. I'm probably not going to paint him. I think the rust and the crust is kind of cool. You can tell wherever he was, his little feet were sitting in the dirt, so they got more moist than the rest of him. So they're definitely rustier than everything else. But he holds a pot, you know, a plant. So I'm going to put him out front here and put something cool in him, and I'm sure somebody will come along and absolutely love him as much as I do. So anyway, he was definitely my favorite find for this trip, you guys. So kind of goofy, but kind of fun at the same time. I just think he's cool. Well, that's it, you guys. That's all of my little goodies that I have found in the last week and a half. I hope you enjoyed my video and I hope you liked all the things that I found. Don't forget to comment below and let me know if you have a favorite. And also, if you haven't already, I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel and then just hit the little notification bell so you don't miss anything. And if you did enjoy the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. I so appreciate that. Let's see, for Friday, I will probably be back here in my kitchen trying to get some thrift flips done. So I hope you'll join me for that. It still baffles me that Thursday is already the 4th of July. So I hope you guys enjoy your holiday. And until then, until I see you again on Friday, have a great rest of your week. And thank you so much for being here. Bye.